The men and women of the Royal Australian Air Force are part of a century-long tradition of service, of sacrifice, of defending our nation's interests in the midst of the most challenging of times. As we mark this century of service to Australia, we honour the courage and the skill and the character of its personnel, both past and present, and looking forward to the future. Defending Darwin and fighting to save Port Moresby, strafing over Milne Bay, providing air cover at Normandy and launching raids on the Reich, delivering supplies during the Berlin airlift and striking at enemy targets in Korea, Malaya, Vietnam, Iraq and Syria in defence of freedom, providing humanitarian relief when Cyclone Tracy was devastating Darwin and when bombs tore through tourist bars in Bali and when the Boxing Day tsunami rolled across the Indian Ocean, devastating so many. The men and women of our RAF have served and continue to serve our nation with distinction. Conflicts, peacekeeping operations, all around the world and all around our own country, as we've seen most recently, supporting Australians on the ground, in the air, everywhere they can, from pandemic to droughts, to floods, to bushfires. Air Marshal Sir Richard Williams, the father of the Air Force, Flight Sergeant Ron Middleton, the first Australian serving in the RAF to be awarded the Victoria Cross, Squadron Leader Bluey Truscott, the Aussie Rules flying ace who helped defend Milne Bay, and John Gorton, former Prime Minister, the wartime fighter pilot. Today we honour all those who have served in our RAF, and we remember the more than 11,000 members, men and women whose names are etched on our Australian War Memorial Roll of Honour. Shining lights in our national story. Per ardua ad astra, through struggle to the stars. These words are inscribed on the RAF Memorial on Anzac Parade here in Canberra. It was opened 50 years ago by the Duke of Edinburgh, around the same time that a young Rockhampton-born man named Greg Williams was starting his RAF career. Today, Wing Commander Williams is still serving. He's working to recover missing RAF personnel from past conflicts, making sure our missing are never forgotten, never left behind. A truly important task that speaks about the heart of our country. So today we remember and honour a centenary, 100 years, and an Air Force that keeps evolving. The Beaufighters, Dakotas and Kitty Hawks, the Orions, the FA-18s and the Hercules, and of course the F-35A Lightning Joint Strike Fighters, pointing the way to the future. Thank you for your service. Such a simple thing to say, but I know how much it means to those who have served. May the Royal Australian Air Force carry on protecting our great nation's freedoms and protecting those values that we all hold so dear in the century to come. God bless you all.